In the grand chambers of the Galactic Council, an uneasy silence hung in the air. Representatives from a myriad of species sat in a large circle, their whispers growing urgent with each passing moment. Earth, once a small player on the galactic stage, had risen to prominence at an alarming rate. Its technological advancements, unbridled ambition, and unified front had begun to threaten the status quo that had persisted for eons. Behind closed doors, a fateful decision was made. The human president, the face of Earth's ascension, had to be eliminated. The Galactic Council couldn't risk an open war, not yet, but removing humanity's leader could slow their meteoric rise. On Earth, President Nora Sarin stood tall, addressing a crowd at a global summit. Known for her strong leadership and diplomatic prowess, she spoke of unity and cooperation, unaware of the looming threat. As her speech reached its crescendo, an assassin's plasma bolt struck her down, cutting short her vision for Earth's future. Waves of shock and disbelief rippled across the planet as news of the president's death spread. The very soul of Earth had been shaken. Grief poured out in public displays of mourning, candlelight vigils, illuminating tear-stained faces in cities across the globe. Yet beneath the sorrow, a fire was kindling. Whispers of the assassin's origins began to surface, tracing back to the Galactic Council. The attack was a declaration of hostility, an unforgivable act of aggression against not just a leader, but the spirit of Earth itself. In secure chambers, Earth's leaders convened, the weight of the moment bearing down upon them. Diplomatic channels had failed. Words alone would no longer suffice. The people demanded action, retribution for the heinous act inflicted upon them. A grim realization settled over the room. The time for restraint had passed. Earth could no longer afford to be seen as weak, as a mere pawn in the galaxy's games. The Galactic Council had crossed a line, and there would be consequences. In that moment, a decision was made, a decision that would reshape the very fabric of the galaxy. Earth would respond with a force unseen, a power hidden away for centuries. The time had come to awaken the ancient fleet. As the meeting adjourned and encrypted commands raced across secret channels, the course of history shifted. The Galactic Council, in their arrogance, had underestimated humanity. And now they would face the full might of Earth's resolve. In the depths of space, an ancient power stirred, ready to be unleashed. The galaxy would soon learn the true strength of humanity and the price of underestimating the indomitable human spirit. Deep within Earth's hidden recesses, an ancient secret lay dormant. Known only to a select few, Earth possessed a fleet of warships, relics from a long-forgotten era when humanity faced existential threats that pushed the species to the brink. These ships, constructed from materials and technology beyond the galaxy's current understanding, had been meticulously maintained, waiting for the day they would be called upon once more. As Earth's leaders grappled with the aftermath of the president's assassination, the decision to activate this hidden fleet became increasingly clear. The Galactic Council's act of aggression could not go unanswered, and conventional diplomatic channels had been exhausted. Earth needed to send a resounding message. They would not be cowed, and they possessed the strength to stand against any foe. The activation codes, long memorized by a select group of individuals, were entered into secure terminals. Across the solar system, in hidden bases and camouflaged shipyards, the ancient fleet began to awaken. Long-dormant reactors hummed to life, their power sources tapping into the very fabric of space-time. Hulls composed of metamaterials shimmered as their cloaking systems disengaged, revealing the true might of Earth's military prowess. As the ships emerged from their hidden berths, the galaxy trembled. These were not the sleek, modern vessels that Earth had presented to the galactic community. These were warships designed for one purpose: total domination. Their weapons systems, a fusion of advanced technology and primal destructive forces, could annihilate entire fleets with a single volley. Their shields, woven from exotic matter and energy fields, could withstand the most formidable attacks, and their propulsion systems, harnessing the power of artificial singularities, allowed them to navigate the stars with unparalleled speed and precision. The awakening of the fleet sent shockwaves through Earth's population. While the majority had been unaware of its existence, the revelation of such immense power stirred a complex mix of emotions. Pride in humanity's achievements, mingled with trepidation over the implications of wielding such might. Yet, in the face of the Galactic Council's treachery, the people of Earth stood united, ready to support their leadership as they charted a new course through the stars. As the ancient fleet assembled, a sense of purpose filled the hearts of its crews. Drawn from the best and brightest of Earth's military, these men and women had trained in secret, honing their skills for the day they would be called upon to defend their world. Now, as they took their stations aboard the mighty vessels, they stood ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Earth's leadership, their resolve hardened by the loss of their beloved president, prepared to address the galaxy. No longer would they tolerate the machinations and power plays of the Galactic Council. No longer would they allow humanity to be relegated to a footnote in the annals of galactic history. With the ancient fleet at their command, Earth would chart its own destiny, and woe betide any who stood in their way. The galaxy, once content to dismiss Earth as a minor player, now trembled at the sight of humanity's true strength. The Galactic Council, in their arrogance, had sown the seeds of their own downfall. As Earth's ancient fleet set forth, the balance of power shifted, and a new era dawned. An era in which humanity would take its rightful place among the stars. As Earth's ancient fleet mobilized, the galaxy watched in awe and trepidation. The ships, each a marvel of human ingenuity and determination, moved through the void with a grace that belied their immense size and power. Their hulls, forged from materials that seemed to defy the very laws of physics, shimmered with an otherworldly luminescence, a testament to the advanced technologies woven into every aspect of their construction. The fleet's weapons systems hummed with latent energy, their destructive potential far beyond anything the galaxy had witnessed before. Plasma cannons capable of vaporizing entire moons sat alongside graviton launchers that could rip apart the fabric of space-time itself. The mere presence of these armaments served as a stark reminder of humanity's resolve and the lengths they were willing to go to protect their own. As the ships passed through the solar system, the Galactic Council's network of spies and informants began to relay frantic messages back to their masters. The true extent of Earth's military might, hidden for so long, was now laid bare for all to see. The Council, once confident in their ability to control and manipulate the lesser species, found themselves face to face with a power they had gravely underestimated. Across the galaxy, a sense of unease spread like wildfire. Species that had once looked upon humanity with disdain now trembled at the thought of facing the wrath of Earth's ancient fleet. Alliances shifted and crumbled as the galactic powers scrambled to reposition themselves in light of this new reality. On Earth, the population watched with a mix of pride and apprehension as their fleet set forth on its mission. The loss of President Cern still weighed heavily upon the collective consciousness, but the sight of Earth's ships, a tangible manifestation of human resilience and ingenuity, sparked a renewed sense of unity and purpose. In homes, workplaces, and public squares, people gathered to witness the historic moment, their eyes glued to screens and holo-displays as the fleet traversed the stars. As the ships ventured beyond the boundaries of Earth's solar system, they began to encounter the first signs of resistance. Galactic Council patrols, once tasked with maintaining the status quo, now found themselves woefully outmatched by the superior technology and firepower of Earth's fleet. Skirmishes erupted, the ancient ships effortlessly swatting aside the Council's forces like gnats, their weapons leaving trails of destruction in their wake. The Galactic Council, realizing the severity of their miscalculation, scrambled to mount a defense. They called upon their member species, urging them to contribute ships and resources to counter the human threat. But even as their forces gathered, a sense of impending doom settled over the Council's chambers. They had awakened a slumbering giant, and now they would have to face the consequences of their actions. Earth's fleet, undaunted by the gathering opposition, pressed forward with unwavering determination. Each light-year cross brought them closer to their ultimate goal, the heart of the Galactic Council itself. There, they would demand accountability for the murder of their president and the Council's blatant act of aggression. As the ancient ships hurtled through the void, the galaxy held its breath, knowing that the coming confrontation would forever alter the balance of power. Earth, once a footnote in galactic history, was now poised to take its place as a true superpower, and the Council would have to reckon with the consequences of their arrogance and short-sightedness. The stage was set for a clash of civilizations, a battle that would echo through the ages. Humanity, born of Earth, had risen to challenge the very foundations of the galactic order, and the universe would never be the same again. The Galactic Council's headquarters, a colossal space station orbiting the galaxy's central star, loomed before Earth's ancient fleet. The ships, arranged in a formidable battle formation, cast an imposing shadow over the Council's seat of power, their presence a stark reminder of humanity's resolve and the gravity of the situation at hand. Aboard the fleet's flagship, Admiral Vera Stark, her face etched with determination, stood on the bridge, her gaze fixed upon the looming station. She had been entrusted with the monumental task of seeking justice for President Saren's assassination and ensuring that Earth's voice would be heard on the galactic stage. With a steely resolve, she prepared to confront the Council and demand accountability for their actions. As the fleet approached, the Galactic Council's defenses sprang into action. Swarms of fighter craft poured from the station's hangar bays, their weapons primed and ready to engage the human ships. But as they drew closer, the true magnitude of Earth's technological superiority became apparent. The ancient fleet's shields shimmered with an impenetrable brilliance, absorbing the Council's weapons fire with ease, while their own armaments quickly reduced the attacking fighters to clouds of debris. On board the Council station, panic and disbelief gripped the assembled representatives. Many had scoffed at the notion of Earth possessing such advanced capabilities, dismissing the humans as a primitive upstart species. Now, faced with the undeniable evidence of Earth's might, they found themselves divided and uncertain. Admiral Stark, seizing the moment of confusion, hailed the Council, her image appearing on screens throughout the station. With a voice that resonated with the weight of Earth's grief and determination, she addressed the assembled representatives. Members of the Galactic Council, she began, her words cutting through the chaos like a blade. Earth comes to you today, not as a supplicant, but as an equal. The assassination of our president, an act of unprovoked aggression, will not go unanswered. We demand justice for this heinous crime and recognition of Earth's rightful place among the galactic powers. Her words sent shockwaves through the Council chambers. Some representatives, recognizing the folly of their previous actions, called for an immediate cessation of hostilities and the opening of diplomatic channels. Others, their pride and arrogance blinding them to the reality of the situation, clamored for a forceful response, unwilling to concede to the upstart humans. As the debate raged on, Admiral Stark watched with a keen eye, gauging the Council's reactions and weighing her options. She knew that the next few moments would be critical in determining the future of Earth and its place in the galaxy. In a bold move, she addressed the Council once more, her voice filled with a quiet intensity. The choice before you is clear. You can continue to cling to the old ways, to the belief that might makes right, and face the consequences of Earth's wrath. Or you can embrace the opportunity for change, for a new era of cooperation and mutual respect among the stars. The decision is yours, but know that Earth will not back down, and we will not be denied our rightful place in this galaxy. Her words hung in the air, a challenge and an invitation. For a long moment, silence reigned in the Council chambers, the weight of the decision bearing down upon the assembled representatives. And then, slowly at first, but with growing momentum, a new voice emerged, a voice of reason, of reconciliation. Species that had once viewed Earth with suspicion and disdain now spoke out in support of the humans, recognizing the potential for a new galactic order built upon the principles of equality and shared purpose. The Old Guard, their influence waning in the face of Earth's undeniable strength, found themselves increasingly isolated, their obstructionist tactics rendered futile in the face of the growing consensus. As the tide turned, Admiral Stark allowed herself a small smile. The confrontation had played out just as she had hoped, with Earth's show of strength paving the way for a new era of diplomacy and cooperation. The road ahead would be long and challenging, but with the Council's acknowledgement of Earth's power and the opening of genuine dialogue, the future looked brighter than ever before. Earth had risen to the challenge, and the galaxy would never be the same. The ancient fleet, a symbol of humanity's resilience and unyielding spirit, had proven to be the catalyst for a new chapter in galactic history, a chapter in which Earth would take its rightful place among the stars, not as a footnote, but as a leader and a force for change. In the aftermath of the confrontation, a new dawn broke over the galaxy. The Galactic Council, faced with the undeniable strength and resolve of Earth, had no choice but to acknowledge the humans as equals. The assassination of President Saren, once a flashpoint for conflict, now served as a catalyst for change, a tragic reminder of the cost of hubris and the necessity of cooperation. Negotiations began in earnest, with Admiral Stark and her delegation working tirelessly to forge a new path forward. Treaties were drafted, each line and clause carefully crafted to ensure a balance of power and mutual respect among the galactic civilizations. Central to these agreements was the prohibition of unauthorized military action, a safeguard against the kind of unilateral aggression that had brought Earth and the Council to the brink of war. Equally important was the establishment of fair representation within the Council itself. No longer would Earth and other lesser species be relegated to the sidelines, their voices drowned out by the entrenched powers. Instead, a new system was put in place, one that guaranteed each civilization a seat at the table and a say in the decisions that would shape the future of the galaxy. As a sign of good faith, the Galactic Council agreed to surrender those responsible for President Saren's assassination to Earth for trial. The individuals, once protected by their positions of power, now found themselves facing the full weight of Earth's justice system. Their fate would serve as a stark reminder that no one, regardless of station or influence, was above the law. In return, Earth pledged to contribute its ancient fleet to a newly formed galactic defense force, a unified military entity tasked with maintaining peace and stability throughout the galaxy. Under the joint command of Earth and Council representatives, this force would serve as a deterrent against aggression and a symbol of the new era of cooperation. As the negotiations concluded and the treaties were signed, a sense of hope and optimism pervaded the galaxy. The old ways, the cycles of mistrust and conflict that had defined the galactic order for so long, were finally giving way to a new paradigm. Earth, once an outsider, had proven itself to be a catalyst for change, a force for unity and progress. The ancient fleet, its mission accomplished, now took on a new role. No longer a symbol of Earth's defiance, it became a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of cooperation and shared purpose. As the ships took their place alongside the vessels of other species, a new chapter in galactic history began. A chapter written not in the blood of conflict, but in the ink of diplomacy and mutual respect. With Earth's place among the galactic powers secured and a new era of cooperation dawning, the galaxy entered a period of unprecedented peace and progress. The influence of human culture and technology spread like wildfire, transforming societies and reshaping the very fabric of galactic civilization. Earth's unique perspective and innovative spirit, forged through centuries of conflict and self-discovery, brought fresh ideas and solutions to the challenges faced by the galactic community. Human diplomats, scientists, and artists worked side by side with their alien counterparts, breaking down barriers and forging new bonds of understanding and shared purpose. Joint initiatives, once unthinkable, now became the norm. Earth and the Galactic Council pooled their resources and expertise to launch ambitious projects, From the exploration of uncharted regions of space to the establishment of groundbreaking scientific institutes, these collaborative efforts not only pushed the boundaries of knowledge and discovery, but also served to further cement the growing ties between Earth and its galactic neighbors. As the galaxy entered this new age of cooperation, the ancient fleet, now part of the Galactic Defense Force, stood as a symbol of the power of unity. Its ships, crewed by humans and aliens alike, patrolled the star lanes, ensuring the safety and security of all species. The sight of these mighty vessels, once a source of fear and trepidation, now inspired a sense of pride and shared purpose among the galactic community. Yet even as the galaxy basked in the glow of this new era, challenges remained. Some species, long accustomed to their positions of power and influence, chafed at the rising prominence of Earth and the changing galactic order. Resentments simmered beneath the surface, threatening to boil over into open conflict. Earth's leaders, cognizant of these undercurrents, knew that the road ahead would not be easy. The hard-won peace was a fragile thing, requiring constant nurturing and vigilance to maintain. As humanity took on a greater role in galactic affairs, it would need to navigate a complex web of alliances and rivalries, balancing its own interests with those of the greater good. But even in the face of these challenges, Earth remained steadfast in its commitment to a better future. The sacrifices of those who had come before, from President Sarin to the brave crews of the ancient fleet, would not be forgotten. Their legacy would live on, guiding humanity as it charted a new course through the stars. As the galaxy looked to the future, one thing was certain. Earth, once a small, insignificant world on the fringes of the galactic stage, had risen to become a true superpower, a beacon of hope and a force for change. The journey ahead would be long and fraught with challenges, but with the strength of the human spirit and the power of unity, there was no limit to what could be achieved. In the end, the story of Earth's ascension was not just a tale of conflict and triumph, but of the indomitable will of a species determined to forge its own destiny. As humanity took its place among the stars, it did so with the knowledge that it had the power to shape the galaxy for generations to come, a power born of the courage, the sacrifice, and the unwavering resolve of those who had dared to reach for the stars.